Hey everybody, it's your man DJ Superjam. I'm here once again at DJ League Talks, and today we have a DJ from DJ League Talks, one of the DJs that is actually doing a lot on this platform. He goes by the name of DJ Uli. He's originally from Holland and living in London right now. So welcome, Uli. What's going on, man?
Thank you for having me. Finally,
Yeah, yeah.
finally, we are going to make it happen. Yeah,
We've been trying to do
welcome.
this for a while. There's been a lot of vacation time and everything, and
Yeah,
yeah,
we had to set priorities, I guess. But
definitely,
yeah,
definitely. Yeah, man. So just let's jump right in. So you've been DJing. How long have you been DJing?
25 years.
25 years. Okay.
Yeah, 25 years.
Yeah, but that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah,
A lot of the DJs in DJ League, we do have a lot of DJs that are like starting out. Okay, they do have to be at a certain level to even like get into DJ League, but if they're showing promise and they're willing to learn and they're doing their shows because we do the mix shows and everything, even before they get out to see crowds and everything. I think that's a really cool thing about this platform.
yeah, I agree. I believe that it should not be only, let's say, the professionals or the people that are more experienced. I guess when you would like to support a community, it's important to also um, provide access to the ones that are just starting. I think it's a mentality, attitude thing, basically. If you're really serious about it, then you're definitely welcome to join. So this is a reach out to everyone. Experience, not experience. It's all about your attitude, really. And that's all what the platform is about. So I think it's a good thing that we not only look at the number of years of experience or number of clubs or festivals that you
Right.
performed.
Yeah, definitely. So 25 years and you've been DJing in clubs. Have you done like radio or concerts or
No, never the radio. I never produced, to be honest. Some people are
okay.
like, "Oh, you should produce your own track," and I never did that. And I think one of the reasons is that I think if I would start producing music, I would not leave my house because I've seen it with other people. It's quite addictive.
It is.
Um, so I have, yeah, I would be interested, but not interested enough to spend my time on producing as well. Actually, before I played as a DJ, I played piano for 4 years,
Oh
four
wow.
to 3 years. Um, so maybe I had a bit of a musical background, I would
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
I was always interested in music, but yeah, 25 years ago, that's where it started.
All right. And how did it start? What made you get
So
into it?
my dad, he owned a nightclub in Haarlem, which is not to get confused with Harlem with one A. I
Yeah.
guess where that's where it originally came from. It's a city, small city next to Amsterdam, and it used to be like a soul club. And when I started to work there, I didn't start as a DJ. I was like 15, so I was only allowed to be in the cloakroom. I was like during the night, I was not allowed to be in the club.
Right, right, right.
Um, um, yeah, so I guess from when I was little. I always got like involved in the hospitality and nightclub scene, I guess. Um, and then after a year, 1.5 years, I was really interested what the DJ was doing, especially like beginning of the night. And he used to play with the Denons when you had the plus and the minus, where you had to pitch those the
Right.
music. I don't know if you remember those.
Yeah, the denim, yeah,
Um, yeah, the Denons, they didn't even have like the jog wheel or something, just the plus and the minus and the pitch. Um, and I was really like interested in what he was doing, and he was like, "Yeah, maybe you should give it a try." And slowly, I was giving it a try, and I was like, "Oh, this is fun." Um, and then at some point, I was practicing. That was a benefit. I had basically the nightclub when it was like during the day, it was closed, so I could practice in
yeah.
the nightclub with a good sound system.
So
And then at some point, I was practicing more. I was basically doing the warm up, which is actually a really important, I think, thing to do
Definitely.
in terms of, gaining experience. It's good to, how do you build up an evening? And yeah, then at some point he left, and I had to run the night from like 10 to
Yeah.
5 a.m., which in the beginning was tough because, yeah, even though you got used to how, the music, you need to do it yourself and gain experience. And then there was another DJ. His name is Stanley. I mention his name because he was the first one that said, if you want to be a real DJ, you need to play with vinyl. And back then I was like, vinyl? That's for old people. Um,
That's messed up.
vinyl. Yeah, so then I started to buy vinyl, and then I got really like, yeah, interested in the DJ, the art of DJing basically. So started to buy a lot of vinyl, collected a lot of vinyl, and then when you went to the vinyl shop, that's where you met other DJs. That's I miss that actually, to be
Yeah,
honest with you.
I do too. I do too, because you would bump into people. You were like, I had one time I was in Spain, in Madrid, and I went into this hip hop store, right? And the guy that owned it was this poser that was like, dressing up with hip hop and acting a certain way, but he was just there for the money and didn't really care about, what was going on in the community or anything. And there was a guy back digging through the crates, and I'm like, and the guy goes to me and he walks by me and gives me a piece of paper, and then he walks out of the store, and I'm like, who the hell is this guy? And I look, and he was the DJ from, it's like Hero. No, what were they called? The Dead. It's like the Dead Poet Society, but it was the La Muertas Poetas something that, but they got really big and everything. And he told me about that, about yeah, this guy's a poser, blah blah, so and so. Come with me to the studio. We walked to the studio and wound up in Madrid, in Alconcon, which is like the ghetto. Went inside there, and he went to this like where they had all the fruit stands and stuff, and the vegetables. Opened up the thing, and boom, there was turntables, there was all the stuff in there and everything. So it was like really crazy. The cool thing is you've been doing music, uh like when hip hop was like before it really became as mainstream as it is now. And you were playing hip hop at that time. Were you playing
So
music?
no, so
What were you
basically
doing?
the how I it was not it was like an R&B, more an R&B club with some Latin flavor. So it was R&B dancehall,
Yeah.
a bit of reggae, a bit of soca, a bit of everything. Also the now I remember also the parts where you had the slow jams, the
Oh,
breaks where
oh yeah.
people were waiting for it. So you had different parts how you broke up the night, and yeah, so it was basically everything. It was not only focused on hip hop. So, I wouldn't call myself a hip hop DJ.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, the main focus was R&B, I would say.
I mean,
Dancehall,
for
definitely.
me, I'm sorry to say that I said it like that. For me, it was just because with DJ League, hip hop is a big focus, but it's hip hop and R&B definitely. And while I say hip hop, it was also always R&B. It was always the
Okay.
mixture of the two and so on. And then you had
Sure, sure.
clubs where you could play harder hip hop, and other clubs
Yeah,
where you had to play
more
uh,
commercial.
G-funk and stuff like that that everybody could dance to and sing along with and so on. So
Yeah.
but yeah, but I mean, just the whole thing of working in urban music, and playing for people, getting them to dance and everything. Like, what were some of the challenges that you had? Some of the things that were, that didn't go right, that you had to figure out. Okay, I got to do this in a different way as a DJ.
I mean, as in terms of the skills or getting gigs, or what are you referring to?
Uh,
Um,
Anything in general, anything that
uh,
that you learned. Okay, I have to do this in a different way. It could have been the crowd. For me, I know that I would play whatever I wanted to play. I didn't care. I was like, I
okay.
bought 10 records, I'm gonna play these 10 records. That was wrong. That was wrong. What I have to do is
Gotcha.
I had to learn to play for people.
I, yeah, but I think because I got slowly into the club nights, of my dad, I had to be able to play everything, really. So with that mindset, I already started to play. So I wouldn't say that was my bigger challenge because I just I didn't see it as a challenge because I was really enjoying it. Um, I think the bigger challenge was that at some point I wanted to play at other places, right? And I guess to get gigs, how do you network? Um, that was a bit more of a challenge than developing myself as a DJ. Um, but when I went to the shops, the final shops, that's where you got to network. And yeah, so to be honest, I didn't really see challenges in terms of the playing, but it's more getting the gigs and the networking. Because back then, if you look at the number of DJs per head of the community and the DJs per head now, that's a way difference because vinyl used to be and is still really expensive. So it was not easy accessible. You could not just buy 10 records and you're done. You had to buy a lot of records in order to be able to run like even a set of 2 hours. Because you had to select your vinyl. You could not take you could not bring your whole collection, And yeah, but I mean, to be fair, it was more the network. I really I was so into it that I didn't really see it as like, oh, this is a big challenge or this is a hard time. Maybe because I was also young.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
used to see things differently, right? Yeah.
But it's cool though that you had that possibility, to work in, like you said, it was your dad's club.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
That's
So
crazy right there. Wow.
no, no, no. I feel grateful for that, and of course, at the end, my dad is not holding my hand to play, right? I
Yeah,
still need
but
to do
that's
it.
a
I
little bit
still
of
need to.
pressure also, because if you're clearing the dance floor, dad's gonna be like, "Hey, what's going on, man?
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
going on? I need some
yeah,
on that floor."
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? I never. It's funny that you say that, but I never experienced in that way. And to be honest, the DJ that started with me, his name is Wesley. Um, he was really, really good. He could read the crowd really well. So he taught me some things. So yeah, it was I didn't feel that pressure in terms of playing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's cool. Your
So
dad didn't give you that pressure. That's really cool. That's really cool.
well, I mean, no, I'm not too sure. I mean, he was always like, but things need to be done well. But I think he also gave me the trust, and I think that's the most important, right?
Yeah, yeah,
When someone is giving you the trust to do it. Yeah.
nice. So, like, what's one of your biggest accomplishments as a DJ? Or
A couple of
gig,
them.
a crazy gig that you did or something.
So there used to be a TV show in the Netherlands, and it's called the Golden Cage. It was like a reality show where a bunch of people got stuck in the house, and the show was that who stayed the longest in that house because you could not leave the house.
Wow.
Um, yeah, won like 1 million or something, and um, so there were like cameras everywhere, and with my friend DJ Flanagan, a really good UK garage drum and bass DJ. Um, we could teach someone of the within the house, basically some of the players. And
Mhm.
I basically, for a couple of months every week, I was about to teach him how to play, you know, basically to learn the DJ skills, the DJ art. Um, so that was really nice experience because when you entered the house, you there were cameras everywhere, like literally so you couldn't do, you need to be careful what you were doing. So that was a nice accomplishment. I've been doing a DJ Uli solo. So I had a solo event, which was yeah, supported by Nikki and Erwin, two guys from Harlem, in a really nice place, which is called the Patronaat in Haarlem. And yeah, it was sold out, 700 people. Uh, the DJ Uli solo event. So that was a nice accomplishment. I've played in Heineken Music Hall for almost 3,000 people. So that was nice. Yeah, I've done some nice things, but
You've been running around doing things. Have you
a
met
bit, a
anybody,
bit.
met any interesting artists or open for anybody or anything like that?
No, this was just an event with different type of artists, but it was not like a pre-act or something. Yeah, it was just a big event.
So like influences, like music that you really love. What is Uli about? You know.
So I am an R&B guy. That start with that. I mean, I love hip hop, and the funniest thing is that Matze did tell me like, you should do like only hip hop mixtape, do something different. And I won the trophy, for because that was my first ever hip hop mixtape I did for myself and also for the DJ League. But I'm an R&B guy. I like people, like Ryan Leslie, that type of music. That's what I really, really like. That's what I'm really into. Yeah. But if you look at the hip hop side of things, in terms of the flow, for hip hop, it's Fabulous, for example. I really like his flow. Um, yeah, but R&B, that's who I am, really.
All right, definitely cool. How do you prepare for a gig? Like, do you pre-mix stuff? Do you just have certain songs you pick, or do you just think about stuff? Like, what's your process? Like for some of the DJs that haven't played in clubs before, how can we help them?
Sure. Um, I don't really pre-mix. I do mix stuff just to get into the flow, but I don't really pre-mix. However, I do think of a couple of songs I really want to play on a certain night, or if I'm booked somewhere where they want a bit more reggaeton, for example, then you try to make sure that you get into the flow of reggaeton. I just give an example. So I don't premix things
Mhm.
because I believe that you should challenge yourself, reading the crowd, and based on that, adjust. Rather than think like, oh, I believe this mix is really good, but it
I
can be
agree.
not the right moment. It can
Exactly.
be even if, yeah, I'm really like, I really think a lot about it. You have 5 songs. They can be great. If you play them in different orders, it can change the vibe massively. It can kill a vibe or it can,
Yeah.
hype of
Yeah.
the crowd. Um, so I don't premix, but I do try to focus on songs that I like, okay, this is, I think, good for the night. And then when it comes, because you already had it prepared, it's easier to play those tracks. But you should always be preparing, even if it's an easy gig. Um, I always prepare.
Mhm.
I always prepare my music. So yeah, that's how I do
That's what's up. Yeah, it's like DJing for different events and so on. Do you ever do anything like weddings or anything like that?
I've I so basically
Some of these events, the ones where you have to really go out of your comfort zone.
when I when I played at my dad's club, there were also other nights that were more like for classics, dance classics, 70s, 80s. I played at school parties, so I was even playing house. Um, and I think that helped me to play, for different crowds. And yes, I do weddings as well. Um, this year I've been doing typical British weddings, which is different because I didn't grow up in the British with the British culture, right? But even then, yeah, you need to prepare. You need to like see what what people like. But I've been doing weddings. I prefer the ones that is more in my my styles, right? The R&B, hip hop, dancehall. But no, I do different type of weddings. And to be honest, I think every DJ, even it's not your thing, you should be doing type of events that are not maybe really your thing because it just triggers you to think about how you can read the crowd. Yeah.
Yeah, it challenges you. And I noticed that I had like years where I was really deep in the hip hop scene. and I would play hip hop, R&B, and maybe a little bit of dance hall, but that was it. Don't think I'm gonna play anything else. And that was for the moment, I guess it was cool, but as I started to grow, I started playing at one point. Uh, I was playing in an Irish pub, and in the Irish pub, you play on St. Patrick's Day, you have to play like some music, some
Yeah.
Dropkick Murphys and all this stuff, and stuff that everybody wants to hear that are there, and they're there to party. And so if they're all partying and your job is to make them party, you have to learn to do that. And that's what I did. And I was like, okay, I can't only play music that I like. I have to play music that they like. And as long as they like it, I'm doing my job. And then it's okay for them to pay me money to do this. You know, uh, I think it's a really cool thing to see different DJs and how they act, how they do things, how they create, and how they play. One thing what like really got me is I wanted to bring up like what's going on with DJ League
Yeah.
because DJ League is, to me, I was so surprised when I saw just how much uh, support that they were giving, and how they would make you a page and do these different things and put you on radio shows and find more radio stations and all the things that they're working on right now that are coming up in the future. I was really impressed in that, and I was like, hey, I'm down because I've seen a lot of people talk about, yeah, we have a DJ crew and it's going to cost you this much to join, and you write them an email and it takes you a week or two to hear something back, and it's not like that. What are some of the things that you've experienced with DJ League, and why are you on board as deep as you are?
Yeah, so I was approached a couple of years ago, 2 years, maybe 3 years. I don't know. It was in pandemic time, so I don't know. Or no, it was even before, I guess. Time is flying. Yeah, so what I like about the DJ League is the 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 yeah, opportunity to connect to people across the globe, basically. And um, there are DJs that are maybe not in your style, right? But there are DJs that are in your style, or you will see things from different perspective. And the support from DJ League has been great. I guess it's, you know, I to be honest, I don't like social media. I know it's not the like good thing to say, but I'm not a big fan of it. However, you have to embrace it. And um, I think when DJ League approached me, I was not really that busy on my DJ stuff. I moved to the UK 8 years ago to work here and live here, and the DJ stuff was not a priority at all. So they approached me in a period where I was not really doing a lot. Um, and when I joined, I got my enthusiasm, my how can you say that? My drive. I got my drive back to,
Uh,
because I've been playing so long. If you're playing so long as a DJ, it never really leaves you, I guess. It's more like, what do you want to do with it? And um, by joining the DJ League, I slowly start to build up more. Now I'm running my own events every 2 months. I have like an R&B, old school R&B hip hop night, like 90s, 2000s. A bit of music from like today's, but like no Afrobeats. That's really my event. But also people see that you are doing stuff. And when people see that you're doing stuff, even if you think it's not like amazing, the fact that you're doing stuff give you more opportunity to, you know, to new gigs, to
yeah,
new people. So, for example, now on the 11th of October, I have my party, Lose Control, and I have my first guest DJ because I'm solely like work alone. I just have my night, I play the whole night, and that's it. But Miss DJ Cutie, she will be my guest DJ, who is also a DJ League member from the Netherlands.
yeah, yeah.
Um, I I wouldn't met her, for example, if I wouldn't be at the DJ League. And you share some ideas, and it really motivates you. So I would say, yeah, definitely for people, if you have doubts, um, I I think it's good to consider to join the DJ League. But of course, it's also what you want, right? If you think that you don't need it, or you can reach things in different ways, then that's fine. But for me, it really helped me to build up, yeah, my drive, I would say, and my motivation.
Yeah. No, I agree. I mean, I like the different events that they have, like doing remixes or yeah, just getting a hold of the record pool, that you can just go in there, you can listen to songs, uh, download stuff that you can use, and then also just being asked, hey, what's your opinion about this? And not that it doesn't matter, then it really matters, because you see it at the end of it, they'll say, okay, 70 people or 70% of the DJs like this track and this and that and so on. And so it's a lot of information that you get. I really like that about that. Uh, so in the music business, like just on the outside of DJs, like what do you think what's going on in the music business? What do you like? What don't you like of what's happening right now?
I mean, to be honest, um, I'm not as focused on like the new music is coming out, but one of the DJs that, you know, it- when I look at him, like DJ Child, he's really into like finding new R&B, and he's sharing that, and that's great. But in terms of the music in general, there's a lot coming out that is not as great, but I think the problem is with the access to internet in general. It gives people opportunity, right, to show themselves to the world, which is a good thing. But you need to get through a lot of songs to find what you want to find, and that's what I find not always find easy, to be honest. Um, I still think there's great music coming out, but it's not. It's almost like you get a distraction of a lot of music that you maybe don't like. Um, but that's my personal opinion. That's why I have my old school party where I really like, still playing the old tunes.
Mhm.
Um, but with the DJ League also promoting new artists, you still get the new, yeah, some new tunes. But yeah, to be really honest, it's not easy to find the good music for me. I personally find it. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's the future looking like for you? What are your ambitions to do, or
So
what are you looking
yeah,
at happening?
I want to build up my lose control concept. So if you don't follow me yet on Instagram, it's Lose Control Events. You can also find it on DJ Uli Instagram side. I want to build up that concept. Basically, the age range is between 25 and 55. It's not a strict range. It's whoever likes the music of the 90s and 2000s. And I find the crowd that is coming to my events, um, they are not clubbing anymore, but they still like the music. So I'm targeting those people that are actually not clubbing anymore. Of course, if you still club, then that's fine. But the vibe is really chill. So I try to organize more of those events, not only in the nighttime, but hopefully next time I want to do it like on a rooftop, on the daytime in London. Yeah, I have some plans, but it's not confirmed yet, so I cannot really
On a
say it.
rooftop in London, like the Beatles.
Yes, exactly. Yep. So,
That's crazy.
um, and yeah, and I try to push myself to get more gigs. Um, and that's really my focus. But yeah, my concept, my lose control concept, it's for the longer term. I would rather go for, quality than quantity.
Yeah.
And I wanted my I start now in London, but it would be great if I can do this in the Netherlands. It would be great if I can
Take it
do this
home.
in
Yeah.
Germany.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's my longer term.
Nice. Well,
Yeah.
it sounds like you got a lot going on, and it's congratulations on having good parties and so on. And just keep on doing it.
Yeah, thank you.
What type of thing can you do for can you say for I just got a message that the show starts in 10 minutes.
Okay.
We're gonna start in 10 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because I'm an hour ahead of you, so that's why it's
Sure.
all
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So so we're about to wrap up here. Any advice you can give to DJs, aspiring DJs that have just started, or just what can you tell them that would maybe help them along?
Oh, yeah. So basically, there's a lot of competition out there. There are a lot of people that start as a DJ. I say one of the things is consistency and keep doing what you're doing. You will, you know, get some disappointments. You will be disappointed. It's in terms of the people that you meet. But that's normal. I guess when you stand for something and you really believe in that. So, for example, I started my Lose Control event. To be honest, I was not even thinking about it until people said, "No, you need to do your own event." I was like, "No, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it." And then that's the point I was like, "Okay, you know what? I'm going to do it. I give it a try." But also not give it a try, come up with a plan. And my plan is I do this every 2 months, regardless. Like August was not an easy month because it was a holiday period.
Yeah,
But I was like, no, no, I need to keep doing this. So consistency is really important and believe in what you would like to achieve because there are many people out there that probably have the same mindset as you. You maybe won't find them like the first time. Probably not because it's a journey, really. And that's really what I would give advice to any DJs. Just be consistent and go for it.
good. I think that's good advice. Yeah, because the DJ business, it is a lot of back and forth. It is a lot of situation you can have where there's a favoritism in a club, or some DJ undercuts you, comes in, say, "Hey, I'll play what he's playing for 100 less or whatever," stuff like that. So you do have these things, but yeah, I think it's good to be able to power through them. You're going to have bad experiences, like you said, but you just have to keep working and get those good experiences, and don't let the bad experiences frustrate you and get you to say, "Oh no, I don't feel like doing this anymore."
No. And it's a mindset. I really believe that if your mindset is on negative, then you will get negative stuff. If your mindset is on positive, then of course you will be still challenged. But um, and I guess this is not only in the DJ business, this is really in life general,
Yeah,
right? But I guess the DJ, the art of DJ, um, has shifted a bit. It's not anymore only about skills. It's about how you present yourself, and you need to find a balance in that. Like I said, I'm not crazy on social media, but you have to embrace it in a way. So you need to find your way how you want to, you know, how you want to use it. But consistency really is key. I'm now with the DJ-League couple of years, and it really helps me to keep my momentum. And that's and you will get it back. That it's all about energy. And yes, of course, you will face some things that you're like, or some people that maybe put you down, but that's all normal, I guess. But don't let it stop you from doing what you want to do.
yeah, definitely. Well, want to say thank you for coming on, man. Coming on DJ League Talks. It's been a little break that we had since the summer. This is the first one. We have more talks coming up. Can't talk about anybody yet of who we got coming on, but we got some really nice ones coming. And yeah, just keep looking out for things that we're doing at DJ League. And yeah, it's building. It's since I've been with DJ League for about I don't know, has it been a year and a half or something? And just so much has happened over that time. So many more DJs, and even like I see certain DJs like scratch DJs is like amazing, and I'm like, oh man, okay, we got some really
Yeah.
crazy turntablists on board now. Also, so
Yeah,
it's
yeah, that's
which
really
is cool
cool.
that there's so many different styles of DJs that are here, you know. So yeah, definitely my hats off to Matze and Phil and the guys,
Oh,
uh,
definitely, definitely.
uh,
Yeah,
for pushing through, getting us to the point to where now it's going up. I mean, how many radio stations are there now? Is it like 15 worldwide?
I lost counting.
It's
I
it's
lost
crazy.
counting, and
We have
uh,
there's radio stations in that are playing a DJ League mix every week in like Brazil, South Africa, a
because
lot of
now
different places
recently,
in the States, in the UK.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
it's crazy. It's crazy, and you know, if you look at like Power 88 in Las Vegas, they have like I think a weekly number of like I think 150,000
Mhm.
listeners every week.
And that's just crazy to know
It's
that
crazy. You
your
never
mix.
know. You never know where it leads to, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah. You know that your
um,
mix is there, and that's insane. That's insane. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on pumping it. So, like I said, this is one of the first meetings of the DJ League, where we do a lot of extra things in the conglomerate. So yeah, we're just gonna keep on pushing it and see where all this takes us. So music
yeah,
is way.
yeah, definitely, definitely. Well, thank you
All
for
right.
having me.
All
Okay.
right, man. Thank you very much. And
Okay.
yeah, hey, I might even see you next week because I'm coming to London.
That would be great. That would
All
be
right.
great.
All right,
Okay.
cool. All right, take
Bye.
care, bro.
Thank you.